Oh, hi. Welcome to this new exciting podcast for second year students in sections 2 and 4. You've still got a combined podcast this week. I never heard from anybody about great names for your sections, so you're stuck together once again. But I do have another good idea for personalizing these podcasts, and I'll tell you about that towards the end of the podcast. All right, so we're going to be covering the week of October 9th in this podcast. But before we look at assignments for that week, we have a special plea from Amy Parsons. She's one of the teachers in the ECE department, and she would like to talk to you a little bit about the Student Affairs Committee, which is a really fun volunteer opportunity for ECE students. So here's Amy.
Good afternoon. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Amy Parsons, and I am on the Student Affairs Committee along with Fiona Rollins. And today, the podcast is, our goal is to find first and second year students that could join the Student Affairs Committee. There will be lots of exciting activities. You will get to probably volunteer a handful of hours for this semester. If you are interested, we will be selling sweatshirts. We will be asking you for some activity ideas. So it will definitely be an interesting occasion for you. And again, I would invite you to contact myself through Mayo, and the information will be given to you through Mary. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Amy. The Student Affairs Committee is a group of students and teachers who get together to plan activities for students, sugaring off, apple picking, that kind of thing. Also to organize the sale of the fabulous ECE sweatshirts. And another thing they do is operate the lending library, and I'm going to give you a little bit more information about that in a second. But if you think this all sounds interesting, get in touch with Amy or Fiona. You can just shoot them a Mayo, and then they'll get back to you with some more information. So, as I mentioned just a moment ago, one of the things the Student Affairs Committee does is operate the lending library. And so here is one of your fellow students, Ralu, to tell you a little bit more about that.
Hi, I'm Malu, and I'm a part of the Lending Library Committee. So I will be opening the Lending Library in the Nutrition Lab, where you can borrow books, you can borrow parachutes, and even some puppets. It will cost $20 for 3 years or $10 for a year membership.
What day will it be open, Ralu?
It will be open during UB on Wednesdays from 12:30 until 2 o'clock.
Thank you. Thanks, Ralu. So the Lending Library is a great resource. It can really help you out in practicum and in some of your other courses. There's a whole bunch of books you can borrow, and as Ralu said, we've got parachutes and puppets and all kinds of other props, and once you become a member, you can access all of those materials and borrow those and use them in your classes and in the field. So that is a great opportunity. This semester it's going to be open on Wednesdays. Ralu will be running it, and also on Thursdays. So if you want more information, talk to Ralu, and she'll be more than happy to tell you all about the Lending Library. All right, if you have not already done so, get your agenda, your calendar, your phone, and we are going to talk assignments. All right, here we go. So here is your master schedule for the next couple of weeks. You see a turkey there on Monday, October 9th. That means it's Thanksgiving. No school that day, but no schedule change that week either. So everything will continue as normal for the rest of that week. Just giving you a heads up about Pass Day on Wednesday, October 25th. You guys will be going to a workshop in N166 in the morning of Pass Day, a workshop dealing with LGBTQ topics, interactive workshop, hands-on workshop, lots of fun workshop on a very interesting and important topic. So that's Pass Day. The next thing that I would like to draw your attention to is the midterm self-assessment for your practicum portfolio is due next week. Your particular supervisor will have given you the details of exactly when he or she wants that, but that is something that you will definitely want to be working on. It is due next week. All right, also in the Intro to Practicum course, an important assignment, your developmental objectives are due for the Intro to Practicum course next week. That is, as I say, an important assignment. For your Approaches course next week, Diane has asked me to remind you to read Chapter 8, and from Chapter 8, choose a quote or a statement, and that's what you will be writing on the label that she distributed in class last time. So that's for the Approaches course. Also on Friday, you will have in-class time to work on your group project for the Teamwork course. So come prepared to do that on that day. You don't want to waste that time, that precious time in class. So bring whatever materials, questions, anything that you need to work effectively on your group project for teamwork. Also, just a heads up for something a little further down the line, on the 27th of October, your personal communication plan is due for the Teamwork and Communication course. So that's on October 27th. All right, so that's all the information that I have in terms of assignments. As I said in the last podcast, there might be more. This is what I have received so far, but there might be other stuff, so check with your teachers. Okay, so ideas for personalizing these podcasts going forward. I thought it might be fun for you guys to choose some theme music for your section. So how about something like this? Dramatic, or something like this. I know Section 4 loves to cut loose, so that could be a great theme song for you. Think about that. Send me any feedback that you have, any ideas you have for theme songs, and I will try my best to incorporate that into future podcasts. And also, of course, send along any tips that you have for staying organized and managing time effectively, and you could become a podcast star like Catherine Fortin. As always, post your comments on YouTube after you've watched the podcast. I look forward to reading those. Remember that a full transcript is available by clicking on transcript. And of course, stay tuned for the next announcement, because that will mean that a new podcast is available just for you. That's it. Have a happy Thanksgiving and a great week, everybody. Thanks. Bye.